Hey y'all, welcome to Derby City Tarot. My name is Tala. I am a clairvoyant and intuitive tarot reader, spiritual guide and healer, and also practicing white and gray witch. Today's reading will be for the Divine Masculine. Using all 12 astrological signs from Aries to Pisces, all planetary placements are welcome. Everything that I say will not resonate with every single one of you, as we are all on the, I almost said something else, as we are all on, what the fuck am I trying to say? Different, what is it that I normally say? Girl, I'm about to go off on myself. Everything that I say will not resonate with every single one of you, as we're all on different timelines. Why can't I say that? I don't know what that's about, okay? The throat chakra, my throat chakra is messing up. Anyway, what I say could have already happened, is currently happening, or will be happening in the very near future. Please take what resonates with you and don't manifest the rest. My readings are timeless, and you see them when you are meant to hear them. Alright, if you would like a personal reading, you can email me at DerbyCityTarot@yahoo.com. I will respond within 24 to 48 hours. If you would like to donate to this platform for my TikTokers, please tap that screen. Alright, tap that screen, push me out to that FYP, especially if this resonates with you, and send gifts if you feel moved to. Okay, for my TikTokers, there will be information on how to gift me in the description box down below. Okay, so already I feel like the Divine Masculine is having a hard time with self-expression. Let's cleanse the energy. There's something here with not being able to speak up, or maybe being hesitant to speak. Why does it sound like the Divine Masculine could be dealing with some insecurities? But I kind of feel like this was also what the energy was giving last night in the Divine Feminine reading as well. Except in the Divine Feminine reading, it came out as if someone was trying to cause, someone was sending the Divine Feminine false lovers to make her more insecure. Or that the men that were coming to, all these false lovers coming towards the Divine Feminine, were insecure men. Alright, so the Divine Masculine could be going through some of these same insecurities. We'll see. Because the way I just fucked up that intro. Okay, the way I just fucked up that intro. The hell? This is like my third reading today, and this is the reading I start fucking up on. I say the same shit every time. Every time type shit. So I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Somebody probably like, oh, this bitch is ghetto. Yes, so if it don't resonate, exit. Okay? Let's see. I don't know why I thought I heard somebody say that. Alright. I feel like I got an attitude and everything. Like, is the Divine Masculine crabby? Feeling crabby? Are you upset or irritated about something? Shout out to my spirit team, because they always got my back. What is this energy here, Spirit? What is going on with the Divine Masculine? All of a sudden, I'm just irritated. Y'all hear my fish in the aquarium? I'm telling you, they be speaking. Okay, I'm a Pisces rising, a Pisces sun sign, so you know I got fish in the house. All right, and they up in there, they acting up. Something's going on. Tell me what's the tea? Shout out to my spirit team, because they always got my back, in case I didn't say that already. Why is the Divine Masculine giving off such irritating energy? Oh, that's why. He can't manifest. He's having a hard time manifesting something, or he feels like he doesn't have the tools or resources to manifest something. Give it time. Okay, so the Divine Masculine is being hasty. Okay, impetuous. And not paying enough attention to the details. I'm hearing quality over quantity with this Virgo energy. This is the current energy. It's Virgo season. Happy birthday to my Virgos. All right. So the Divine Masculine is frustrated at the fact that something that he's trying to manifest which is more than likely the divine feminine, it ain't come something here. There's some sort of block. Okay, well, that's enough reason to be frustrated. But I feel like at the same time, divine masculine, whatever this is, okay, whatever this is that you're trying to bring into fruition, whether it's a counterpart, a divine counterpart or not, thank you, Deja. No matter if it's a divine counterpart or not, what you really need to be doing here is being patient, not being hasty, not moving too quickly. Rest, rejuvenation is what I'm hearing. Take a chill pill. Moving. Change of residence or moving in with your partner. I don't know why this is giving me the energy that maybe the divine masculine is frustrated about not having his counterpart. And it's so weird because I feel like the divine feminines feel the exact same way. 555 on the clock. You could be seeing that synchronicity. 606 on the timer. Okay. Western Kentucky or Southern Kentucky could be significant. All right. But maybe this is what this masculine is frustrated about. Moving where? Oh, shit. Sexuality. And then that card, I Spy in the reverse again. Someone is still figuring themselves out when it comes to their sexuality. That is not what we want to see here, Spirit. But that could really be true, okay? The divine masculine, some divine masculines are bisexual or, you know, just because you hetero don't automatically make you, though, divine masculine. It don't. Divine masculine, divine feminine is energy. It has nothing to do with your sex organs. So, I don't know what this is. I feel like this masculine is having a hard time choosing. It's something to him about choosing. I don't know if I feel like this is really about his sexuality, because I kind of feel like the divine masculine doesn't struggle with his sexuality. The divine masculine knows who he is. Okay, 411 I'm seeing at the top right hand corner. So I feel like what this is this could have something to do with a choice between two. Maybe this masculine, maybe this divine masculine is bisexual. Okay, maybe he has a choice between two women, two men, a man and a woman, a cat or a dog. Hell, I don't know. All right, but let's see though. Give me some cards here for the divine masculine. Shit, intimacy, Lord. I'm trying to tell ya. This divine masculine could be bisexual. I know it's some women in here that don't want to hear that, but y'all gotta let that shit go, bro. Like, literally. Just because someone might be attracted to the other sex doesn't mean they gonna cheat on you for the other sex. There are loyal men. A man could be bisexual and be loyal to you for 40 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, okay? Feel how you want to feel. Block your counterpart if you want to. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But whatever the case is, this masculine, I feel like, does have options. Sexual chemistry and reminiscing. This could be somebody else. I don't know. I do feel like this divine masculine does have options. And maybe he's having a hard time trying to choose the right option. But you need not to be hasty. Don't make any decisions too quickly. I feel like you do want to be in a relationship, though. You do want to be booed up. That's pretty obvious here. Or you're reminiscing about somebody from the past. But let's see, what's intimacy? Intimacy with who, what, when, where, why? They, him, us, she, it. Intimacy with who? Ooh. Card fell on the flower. Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. Oh, okay. So maybe this is almost giving me the same energy as in the divine feminine. The divine masculine is craving intimacy, is craving to be close, but this divine masculine has it feels like more work to do. Something here about a heart chakra blockage. The color green could be significant. Divorce. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. So this divine masculine is still dealing with heartbreak from another relationship. Or you're starting to have memories. You're reminiscing about what it was like in this relationship with this person. Maybe you're having a hard time opening your heart after a separation. There's a lot of energy that's coming out here, okay? Definitely a bisexual male is significant. And I'm also being, guided to say that being bisexual, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, your partner might have a problem with it, but you need to be open and honest with your partner. And like I said, if that partner is shallow, then get rid of her ass. Kick her ass to the curb. Okay? You don't need no shallow bitch. If she feels some kind of way that the fact that you like both sexes, that's her entitled. She's entitled to that. She's entitled to feel how she wants to feel. And you're also entitled not to choose her ass. Because just because you might be attracted to the same sex doesn't mean that you're going to cheat on her. But I can see her having fear. But if she got fear, then she don't need to be dating. Period. So, moving on. What else is going on here? Shit. Everybody plays the fool. Someone else in the reverse. Yeah, this is a loyal masculine. He just might be bisexual. Okay, what else? Thank you, Tarot Test Arcane. What else is going on? Yeah, definitely a loyal masculine that's going through some challenges. Okay? He could really be struggling with his sexuality. Okay? Or maybe he knows who he is, but bitches is making it hard for him. Because I feel like every time he's honest with somebody, they run away. But I kind of feel like that's on them. That doesn't mean that you don't continue to keep being honest. Okay? Eventually, you're going to find your match. But it's important to keep your heart open. I feel like there's a masculine out here that's just like, fuck it. Every time I'm honest with these whores, they be on some trick shit. And I completely understand that. What are these challenges about? Maybe I should use another day. Air sign in the reverse. Damn, this came out for the divine feminines, but it was in the upright. Narcissist in the reverse. Okay, very good. And guardian in the reverse. With patience in the reverse. Caution in the reverse. This divine masculine is a little bit all over the place. I feel like this has a lot to do with the fact that he is struggling with opening up his heart. And I kind of feel like every time he opens up his heart, he gets shut down. Mira says he is not honest and loyal, and he hid his bisexuality and the other women. He's a liar. Okay, now, so that might be a karmic masculine, Mira, okay? But a divine masculine would not act this way. A divine masculine would be honest, okay? So let's be clear about what a divine masculine is and what a karmic masculine is, okay? Yeah, a karmic masculine would lie. Okay, a karmic masculine would hide his sexuality from you. Okay, but a divine masculine would not do that. A sacred masculine is going to be honest. But I feel like he is being honest, and bitches is acting funny, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? And them just ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one for you is going to be, oh, you know, she's going to set some boundaries. She's going to be like, okay, I understand that you're bisexual. Either she's going to be with that shit, or she's going to set some rules and be like, do you want to be with a man with you with me? Can you be faithful to me? That's a conversation that needs to be had. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you go from there. But I feel like this divine masculine is being shut down, though. He is being honest. And I feel like he keep getting shut down. But that doesn't mean close your heart. She said, read deeper. He was supposed to be divine and fumbled. Mira, hold on. Let me tell you what I don't do. Because I don't argue with people. Read deeper. Bitch, go get you a goddamn page of your own. Goodbye. Now, this is what we're not going to do in here. This is my chat. I run this. You don't like it? Bounce. Okay? Not going to argue with people. Read deeper. Bitch, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Read deeper, bitch. No, go get you a tarot deck if it's that serious. The fuck? Happy eyes. Enid, I'm telling you, talking about some read deeper, bitch. I know what the fuck I'm talking about here, ho. The title of this video is not karmic masculine. The title of this video is sacred masculine. We supposed to be on this man's side, and he's struggling with the fact that he's telling bitches the truth and bitches is still playing him. That's something that even a divine feminine can relate to. How many times, exactly, confirmation from my aquarium, how many times have you kept it real with a nigga and you still got played? The fuck? Girl, bye. Up out of my chat with all that. I don't argue with hoes. We're not doing that. Nope. Goodbye. All right, so let's move on to the next deck. I almost kind of feel sorry for this divine masculine because it's like, look, dirty offer and cock blocking. I'm telling you, this divine masculine is being honest about his sexuality. He's being honest about whatever this is concerning his sexuality, and I feel like he's being shut down. And for one, he needs to understand that a woman doesn't have to accept that, and that he needs to be more patient, because a woman that rejection is God's blessing. If a woman rejects you, you should be glad. That's not the one. That's not the one. A real woman is going to accept you for who you are. And like I said, there's plenty of gay men in heterosexual relationships. I'm just saying. Whether they lied or told the truth. Okay? At least this man is willing to tell the truth. You know what else I'm also picking up on is an STD. I'm also picking up on an STD. I swear I am. This masculine could also be someone that has an STD and he's being honest about it. And he's probably getting shut down because of that too. And that's one of those things where he has to accept that people don't want to be bothered with that. But he also has to understand that it's a certain person that can deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And that you can't be hasty, you can't rush, you can't shut your heart off, you can't say, oh, well, fuck love. You can't do that. So big ups to my divine masculines out here that are keeping their heart open, joining the dating game, and being honest about their situation. Period. That's divine masculine energy. Eventually, you will meet your person. I promise. Eventually, you will meet your person, bro. You'll meet somebody that maybe got the same STD as you, or maybe bisexual too, or maybe they okay with it, they know how to work around it, they're educated about it, or whatever the fuck. Okay, shit, all of us been in a relationship we ain't got no business being in, and love somebody that we shouldn't have loved, and ended up with something that we shouldn't have got. Whether it was an STD, a broken heart, or lost money, an empty bank account, whatever it came along with. The fuck? Should be glad that a motherfucker want to come and be honest. You should be glad of that. And yes, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared if a man says, I'm bisexual, or I have an STD. It is okay to be afraid of that. I'm afraid of men with children. I run for the hills most of the time. But that didn't stop me from giving a person a chance that had 12 of them motherfuckers. I'm just saying. We just talked about this yesterday in the Divine Feminine reading. The masculine that I kind of lightweight had some exchange words with at the beginning of the reading. Some of y'all saw it, some of y'all didn't. But he's 53 years old. He has 12 kids. I don't ever want to date a man with kids. But that doesn't mean that a man with kids ain't my blessing. So, I don't know. Shit. Maybe I feel like this divine masculine is running into shallow bitches. And maybe that's on purpose. Maybe this is some sort of a test to see if you're going to continue to walk the straight and narrow, or if you're going to go back to who you used to be. where you not telling nobody nothing. Ooh, Zaddy says 38 kids. Enid said he needs to run back to me. Oh, Lord. You know, I'm just saying, I don't want to date nobody with kids, but child, have I gone on some dates with men with kids? Yes, child. Okay, yes. So, stay strong, Divine Masculine, stay strong. Do I really want to use this deck? I just sit up here and shuffle this deck, and Spirit just said this ain't the day. This is not the day. First of all, I need to understand these challenges, and I need to understand, and then this someone else card bothers me a little bit too, because I feel like if it ain't no one else, then why the fuck is this card popping up? So I don't know if this Divine Masculine walked away from somebody or if there's someone playing in the background. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. I'm balanced with 50-50 masculine and feminine. I know that's right. Okay. Cat, honey. Let's see. Oh, poor Divine Masculine. I understand, child. I get it. This world is a fucked up place. And anybody that finds love right now, you're an amazing, you don't understand how good you have it, because right now, the energy of just the collective, nobody's ready. Hey, pretty black. Nobody is ready. He walked away from you and you feel bad for him, and I miss him. Enid, let it go, girl. Let it go. If he walked away from you, then that was for a reason. Maybe he's protecting you from something you don't want or need to know. Okay, the best thing that you can do is wish him well. Okay, yes, pretty black, 6'11". Yeah, wish his ass well, girl. And if he do come back, you bet not open up that door, Enid. Girl, you need to take a picture of me. Take one of my pictures and put it by your door. If he come back, yes, girl, wish him the best. And if he come back, you bet not fold. Better put a picture of me on your refrigerator, girl. I'm trying to toy ya. Anybody that walks away from you do not get an opportunity to come back. The fuck? The fuck you think this is? You think you can just walk in and out of my life when you want to and play on my emotions? No, you're not. No, you're not. If you choose somebody else over me, you better hope you made the best decision that there is in life. Because if that shit don't work out, I don't know what to tell you. You walk away from me, I'm also going to walk away. And I'm going to walk even further. I promise you. Yeah, girl, nah, fuck that. Ain't no more of that, girl. Let that man go. All masculine Geminis play games. Female Geminis are cool. Look at Zaddy. I ain't going to lie, though. I was kind of crazy about a Gemini masculine earlier this year. And he played me. And he was also one of these men that struggled with his sexuality. He did. He struggled with his sexuality real bad. And then he was into religion. He was a Muslim. And he struggled. He struggled with being religious, with his desires, and with what is considered the norm. But I accepted that about him. I did. I accepted the things that he was dealing with. It didn't bother me at all that he was bisexual. Not at all, honey. Because I'm confident about this thing. I'm just trying to tell you. Okay? I'm confident about this thing. I'm just trying to tell you. Okay? I know what this thing over here do. I'm trying to tell you. All right? And I feel like people change. If a person wants to be faithful, they can be. And we need to stop being so superficial and shallow. But I also understand that right now, the state of the world, the state of the United States, I just don't know, child. Like, can I go overseas? What they call that shit? Now, I almost called it bros over hoes. What do they call them men that go overseas and they look for wives? Bro, something travel bros. What they call that shit? Something about like travel bros. But they go overseas looking for a wife, and a lot of times they still end up getting towed up from the flow up. They still get lynched. I ain't lying. Yeah, but I think it's called something like travel bros or something like that. All these rich men are, not all of them are rich, but they looking for a wife. They don't want an American wife. So they go into places like Brazil or Asia or different places, to Passport Bros. That's what it's called. Yeah, Passport Bros. That's what it's giving. But a lot of them go over there and they still end up finding somebody that's going to drain their gold digger energies. But I don't know, though. Right now, the way that the United States is, I don't know if I trust it. But, you know, I didn't kicked it with a few Africans, but them motherfuckers is something weird about their ass, too. I don't know. What do I want to know here? First of all, who is this someone else in the reverse? Because before I say the coast is clear, I need to know who this is. I still can't believe this bitch talking about read deeper. Bitch, if I could have snatched her ass through the screen and brought her ass in here. Oh, snatch that bitch and pull her through the screen, girl. Y'all remember Freddy Krueger? Ooh, I love Freddy Krueger. I think it was the first episode at the very end. Is it the school bus one? Maybe that wasn't the first episode. It might have been the second episode. I can't remember, but it was where like Freddy Krueger was at the pool party and shit. And right, read deeper is crazy. Bitch, get your ass in here and help me read then, since you know so goddamn much. Okay, but anyway, in the movie, Freddy Krueger was Nightmare on Elm Street, boy. I think it was the episode with the bus and stuff, and where Freddy Krueger had like crashed the pool party. Well, at the end of that movie, though, right? Everybody thought everything was cool. The mama was standing out on the porch. The kids was getting in a car, or I don't know if they was getting on another school bus or if they was getting in a car, and they was like waving and like, bye, mom. And then the mama got snatched through that little tiny square in the door. Hold on. The mama got snatched through that tiny square in the door. I don't know if y'all remember that, okay? It's got to be some 70s and 80s babies in here. But, bro, that's how I wanted to do her. Snatch her through the smallest hole through this camera lens and bring her ass in here. 616 on the timer, 707. I mean, 616 on the clock, 707 on the timer, child. I'm trying to tell you. Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street could be significant. Elm Street could be significant. Or an elm tree. I don't know what that's about. Is there such thing as an elm tree? I don't know. Anyway, who is this someone else in the reverse? Is this something that's really over? Or is this some sort of open cycle? Oh, Lord. The questions get answered so quick. I know y'all can see what that word say. This card came out. I think this might have been the first card out in... No, not the Divine Feminine reading. This actually came out in one of my other collective readings. A succubus, a geisha, a hoe. This is the reason why this man got problems, trust issues. And I feel like that's the same thing that's happening to the Divine Feminine is also happening to the Divine Masculine. False lovers. He keep running into bitches that just want to use him. He's sitting up here trying to be honest, have an honest heart. And the whole time these bitches is counting what's in his wallet. Geisha energies with succubi. That's who this someone else in the middle was. I knew it. This is a faithful man. Okay, this is a faithful man, but he got caught up with the wrong hoe, and she's doing magic to, like, doing the same thing to him that's being done to the Divine Feminines. Sending false lovers. This is that lust entity. I don't think I called it that in the Divine Feminine reading, but that's what I should have called it, because that's what this is. It's the lust entity, a lust demon. So this masculine keeps running. And that's why I keep coming back to that Freddy Krueger movie. I'm telling you, a red truck could be significant. A Ford or a Chevy pickup truck could be significant, or Super Duty, or something like it. There's a truck that has a bed on the back, is what I'm seeing here. But I keep getting that scene from another Freddy Krueger movie. I don't know if it was number 4 or 5, but it was the one. It might have been 3. Dream Child. It might have been Dream Child. I can't remember, but in that particular scene, this was the one where the roach motel, I think it was the one that had the roach motel, where he put the girl in the roach thing and she turned into a roach and he crushed her in the roach motel or whatever. But there was a scene in that movie that involved a red pickup truck. Okay, but the pickup truck doesn't have to be red, but red is significant. Okay, where they kept the girl would was getting in, and the guy would get in, and they'd be like, okay, we're gonna go do this, and then they would leave, and then it would end up coming right back to the place where they left. Do y'all remember that? Like, I don't know what y'all call it, the butterfly effect, okay? But it's like a karmic loop. I've been talking about karmic loops probably for the last maybe 6 or 7 readings about karmic loops, people being stuck in karmic cycles. I feel like what this succubus spirit is, or this lust entity is projecting that karmic loop that this hoe is caught up in onto this masculine. So this masculine keeps running into women that ain't the one. This is to tire this masculine out and make him give up. This is also happening to the divine feminine. Tell me more about this succubus geisha energy. I'm also getting too that this succubus could be a dancer, a stripper, a OnlyFans girl, a sex worker. She could be very beautiful, extremely talented. Geishas are talented. They are moving works of art. So she's probably very attractive, smart, pretty. She's some sort of an entertainer, but I feel like this is the sex industry. What else about this succubus? TikTok. Is this bitch watching me? Is she one of the 18 people in this motherfucker? I don't know. She can have a profile on TikTok. She could be known on TikTok. Maybe she does something. She does something on this app. Okay, what's she doing on TikTok, spirit? Hoeing? What's this TikTok energy? Death becomes her. So she didn't sold her soul for fame. Oh, okay. This divine masculine done dealt with some baddies. But I feel like all these baddies turned on him. They all were succubus spirits. She didn't sold her soul for fame. This is also giving me some sort of like sex work. I'm telling you, this bitch do sex work. I know, right, Enid? Like, what the fuck? What else about her? Astral travel. She could be a Sagittarius, or she could have Sagittarius in her chart. She's gifted. She's gifted, but she uses her gifts to do this lust demon shit. This masculine is dreaming about her. Yeah, because, astral travel is dreams, okay? And it's saying here that, okay. So she's in his dreams. Because the first card that came out was intimacy, sexual chemistry, and reminiscing. So she's invading privacy. Like, this bitch is all up in this man's dreams. He's probably having wet dreams, or there's sexual dreams here. Divine masculine, you need to cleanse your energy. Like, real bad. Spiritual hygiene is at an all-time high for my divine masculines. You need to cleanse. And I think I talked about this in some prior readings. I can't remember which ones they were, but it was talking about a spiritual bath. I think it was one of the collective readings that I did that talked about taking a spiritual bath, because this is some weird shit. Death becomes her with astral travel? What's that about? The divine masculine for me is a Sagittarius. That ain't the one that walked away, though, right? Because if he walked away from you, a divine masculine would not abandon a divine feminine. So either you're not a divine feminine or he's not a divine masculine. It's one of the two. Once the divine masculine comes into... Okay, all right. So what's death becomes her with astral travel? Divine masculines are not toxic. Cursed hex in the reverse. What's this cursed hex in the reverse? So she's losing power over this divine masculine because he's healing. What's cursed hex in the reverse? Mom. This masculine could have children with this bitch. This could be the mother of his children. Or this masculine has some sort of, I'm sorry, not the masculine, but whoever she is, she has some sort of, I don't know, what is this? What's curse hex in the reverse with mom? A low down dirty shame in the reverse. Okay, so this masculine is healing. He's healing from whatever this is, but I feel like he could be going, because maybe, you know what's so crazy though, is that he fell in love with whoever this succubus spirit is that broke his heart, but she also accepted him for who he was. That's what I feel like is making it so hard for him to open his heart and to continue dating. Because I'm willing to almost bet the only type of bitches that are honest, that he can be honest with, that act like they accept him for who he is, are these bitches that really want to take from him. He's healed something between him and her. Something here is healed. This actually might be the mother of his children, or he wanted her to be the mother of his children. This is tough. This is real tough. So what are these challenges then? But he is healing. Wow, this is tough. I'm feeling like really, really heavy energy. Really, really heavy emotional energy from this masculine. Because see, this is the shit right here. This is the shit right here that turns men down low. Dead ass. This is the type of shit that turns men down low, because they're honest, and when they're honest, they're ostracized. So what they learn is to keep it hidden. But when you keep something hidden, it eats at you. Thus, why so many gay men are married with families that we don't know about, or that we don't find out until after he done died or some shit. That his best friend, his homie, was really somebody he was screwing, or some bullshit like that. Like, I know, and I don't be knowing how to talk about this for real, for real. I hate that I even have to talk about this, but because I understand women, our point of view, and I also understand men's point of view. Like, we have been conditioned into believing that life is supposed to go a certain kind of way. That we're supposed to have families, that we're supposed to go and multiply. That's really what it is. We've been told that we have to plant seeds, go out here and multiply, and blah, 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 blah. And we got all these motherfuckers that are unhealed multiplying. Thank you, Becca. All these unhealed people are the ones that's multiplying. The healed people ain't multiplying, because every time the healed person keep it real, they get ostracized from society. They telling the truth. This reminds me of, like, back when I was in high school, of gay dudes being beat up, chased, and everything for coming out and being gay. You know what I'm saying? They were actually being honest and being truthful. And all those girls that teased and, and did all of that ended up with dudes that were down low. So now it's, oh, we want everybody to tell us that they gay or that they bisexual. And then when the man does that, you still tell him no. Exactly, Becca. You can't have it both ways. You can't. Sexuality is fluid. It has nothing with multiplying. It has nothing to do with being fruitful. That's religious mumbo jumbo. Sexuality is fluid, and I hate to tell people that, especially black women. Black women ain't trying to hear that, because the black man supposed to be strong. The black man been gay ever since slavery was here. I'm telling you, anybody that comes from an impoverished lifestyle, comes from being poor, comes from being oppressed and suppressed, are going to have sexual identity issues. That is the science. That's the science. And eating it, that's your choice. If you want to withhold it That's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to withhold it, that's fine. Do what makes you happy. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with being sexually fluid. And I feel like it feels wrong in today's society because we've been conditioned under religion. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes religion does make sense. I ain't gonna lie. And then there'll be other moments where shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, if a man is honest with you about his sexuality, you got to give him some cool points. And if you choose to be shallow, it's possible that you could turn away your divine masculine. And that is probably what is happening. This is a divine masculine. And he's being honest with these hoes. And these hoes is making a choice to either use this masculine or walk away from this masculine. And that's on y'all. That's on you. If you want to be shallow and walk away from your divine masculine because he chose to be honest and tell you that he, I don't know, whatever his truth is, and you say, I because of God and Allah and Hindi voodoo and whoever the hell else, that's on you. If you sitting around 60 years old, still don't know where your divine masculine is, well, I just gave you some food for thought. Tell me about these challenges here. Stop being weird. Stop being weird. What's challenges? Fated event, exactly. Something getting ready to free this masculine. Or he getting ready to bump into the one that ain't gonna turn him away because he's being honest. Alright, what's challenges with fated event? Always on her back? Oh. This the succubus. So what's getting ready to happen between these two? Tell me more about these challenges. Oh. Oh. I'm not taking these, but I'm going to read them. Your motherfucking cousin, married and magic in the reverse. And family curse. That's where this bitch come from. And she's creating these challenges for this masculine. She don't want nobody else to get him. So she's sending false lovers his way. Bitches that's going to either use him or ghost him. Because I feel like that's what's happening here. And he's struggling with keeping his heart open. Because he's saying, damn, I'm being honest. I'm being truthful. And I still can't find nobody. But when I lie to these bitches, they line up. The baddest bitches line straight the fuck up. I had a friend, I'm going to tell y'all a story. I had a friend that is HIV positive. Okay, she's been HIV positive for probably about, I don't know, 30, 40 years, something like that. She's old. And, but she take her medicine and she's what they call that shit, undetectable, I think is what they call it. Okay, and so technically she really don't even got to tell nobody that she's HIV positive. She really don't. Okay, but she wants to attract the right person. Okay, somebody that really truly loves her for who she is. So she's been honest with men, telling them that she's HIV positive. And let me tell you what the craziest story about it is. Some of these men, she told them that she was interested in, and they were also interested in her. She told them that she was HIV positive. She explained the things that maybe they didn't understand. And do you know they ghosted her and ended up with a friend that was also HIV positive but wasn't telling the truth? Can you imagine telling somebody that you HIV positive, you like them, they like you. You tell this person you HIV positive, they walk away from you, they ghost you, and then they end up getting with a bitch that got HIV. Ain't that some bullshit? I'm telling you, that be really what's going on. Exactly, because people are shallow. And there's plenty of women that are walking away, whether they succubus or false lovers or not. There's plenty of women that's walking away from a good man for shallow reasons, and then 40 years from now, she's going to be wondering why she by herself. Crying, oh, no man love me. Nah, bitch, you was shallow. And I get it. That's That's the reason why it's so important for you to be in tune with yourself, to be on a self-love journey, to understand your own energy, to practice celibacy so that you know what it's like to be in just your own energy. A lot of y'all don't know what it's like to be in your own energy because you always laid up some goddamn where. You don't know what your own energy feels like because some of y'all can't go 6 months without sex. So you could be up one day, down one day, depressed one day, happy the next day, lazy one day, and you think that that's your energy, and it's not. It's the motherfuckers that you done laid up with because you're not taking enough time in between. This is the reason why the collective can't see the divine masculine and the collective can't see the divine feminine because they're not going long enough without sex. You don't know your own fucking energy because it's been intertwined with every motherfucking body else. So if you ain't went 6 months without sex, you might as well go ahead and leave this group right now. You might as well go ahead and check about this chat. I ain't talking to you. If you can't go 6 months without sex, I'm not talking to you. Because you don't even know your own energy. You don't even know your own vibration. You don't know what energy belongs to you, what feelings belong to you, and what feelings belong to somebody else. 6 months. You ain't went without sex 6 months, exit my chat. I don't need you here. I ain't talking to you. This reading ain't for you. Period. I don't give a fuck about no numbers. I ain't here for money. Period. Go join one of them chats where they tell you if somebody love you or not. Go over. It says, I have not for 7 months now that we've been separated with anyone he caught him cheating. Okay, very good. Very good. It sounds like you're still healing. But what I want you to do is go through 6 months of no sex after you feel like you've healed. Because that's a different ball game. It's easy to refrain from sex when your heart is hurting. I'm talking about when you get back up again. When you start to feel it again. And you have to start telling men no. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry, I'm just not one of them readers that's here for popularity, bitch. I'm not that. I'm not here for popularity. 636 on the clock. I'm going to tell you the goddamn truth. And then I'm going to get up off this live. I made some Somali rice. Honey, I've been learning how to make African dishes, child. Honey, because y'all know I am Muslim. Okay, period. And I'm trying to make sure that I can cook for my Muslim man. Okay? So I made some Somali rice, honey. And last night when I got off live with the Divine Feminine child, okay, I put some lamb chunks in the crock pot, put that bitch on low for 8 hours, woke up, it felt like it was Thanksgiving in here, I ain't lying. I'm trying to tell you, made some Somali rice, honey, bought some bananas, some raisins and all that because, you know, African food, they a little different. They be putting shit together that we don't normally put together. But I might date an African man one day, or I want to be able to know how to do more than just some fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and potato salad, some green beans, and some greens. Got to know how to do something else. All right? I don't give a fuck about how nobody feels. I'm going to always tell you the truth. If a man is coming to you with an open heart and he's telling you that he's bisexual, or he's telling you, I'm not saying immediately walk away. Okay? Assess your own feelings. But give him a chance, sis. Give him a chance. You ain't got to sleep with this motherfucker. You ain't got to sleep with him. But you can, you don't want to go out and have a good time? You don't want to be pampered or treated nice? I mean, what the fuck? Date them all, honey. Ain't nobody got no ring on their finger. Date them all. I see that chat didn't drop down to 22. Good. Because don't nobody in here that ain't been, if you ain't, like I said, if you ain't went without sex for 6 months, this reading is not for you. So, thank you for leaving. Good luck. Tell me something else about this fated event and always on her back. Something get ready to come out about this hoe. What she's doing. It could be coming out on TikTok, or maybe she can get outed. I don't know. What's fated event with always on her back? The culprit. She's from behind some shit. She could be trying to get shit started with this masculine. Shrooms in the reverse. Jason. Damn, this came out for the divine feminine. And Michelangelo. All three of these came out for the divine feminine. Oh, you know what's so weird is hold on. What's Jason and Michelangelo? I am surrounded by darkness in case of the X. Help me. Oh, this bitch in trouble. Okay, so she can get what's coming to her. Whatever she been doing, whatever this is really giving me sneaky energy. This is like a good time girl, but she plots on you. Always on her back. Yeah, this is a good fella kind of lady. Very familiar with men. She's around a lot of men. This is a lifestyle. So these challenges don't really have anything to do with, it does have something to do with this divine masculine, but then it don't. It's this bitch that's causing him problems. This is interesting because it didn't quite come out like this for the divine feminine. So maybe something here is moving in the divine masculine's favor. Bottom of the deck here is slow and steady wins the race in the reverse. Secrets in the reverse. Predator. Perks and ecstasy. So some kind of truth and bag lady. There's something getting ready. I don't know what's getting ready to go down here. Whoever this person is, this feminine energy is, she deal with a lot of dudes. There's Jason is here. Michelangelo is here. There's at least 2 other masculines that this feminine is working with. Give me another card for Jason and Michelangelo. Is this the same person or is this 2 different masculines? Fuck boy. This bitch might be getting ready to get hung up by somebody she dealing with. While she's so focused on trying to stop this masculine from finding his person, she get ready to get caught up with one of these niggas, and she gonna need some help. I am surrounded by darkness. I don't know why I'm picking up on a kidnapping. There could be a TikToker that's getting ready to be kidnapped. Girl, I cannot. Some sort of social media person here could be getting ready to be kidnapped or something getting ready to happen to her ass. She didn't fuck with the wrong dude or dudes. It feels like a kidnapping, though. I can't even lie, bro. She getting ready to get caught up in some shit, this bitch. And that's going to free this masculine. It's going to free him because I feel like she's conjuring up spirits, false lovers and sending them this masculine's way. But she getting ready to be caught up in some shit of her own. Tell me about these fuck boys. Who are these fuck boys? Somebody lying in the reverse. Okay, the truth. Whatever these fuck boys is saying, they not lying. Or whatever is being outed ain't a lie. What's somebody lying? What they telling the truth about? Or what is the truth? Bag lady. I don't know what this bitch is into. I don't know what she got in her bag of tricks, but I feel like it's getting ready to come out. Or whatever she been doing. They getting ready. It feels like a setup. It feels like a kidnapping, a setup, an unaliving. It could be anything. This is a fated event. Something big is about to happen. That's this masculine's challenge. This feminine, this dark entity has been causing problems for this masculine. This masculine is getting tired and weary. Okay? And so I feel like Spirit is getting ready to move these challenges about the way because the person that's been causing the challenges is getting ready to get something. What's bag lady? I want to know what's in this damn bag, spirit, and quit playing. The hell is in this bag? Love at first sight in the reverse. Yeah, because this bitch. Oh, okay. So this bitch is. I'm telling y'all, no. This bitch is some sort of a sex worker. She sells dreams. Maybe she sold the wrong dream. I don't want to say to the wrong person. It could be the right person. This says fated event. She made a choice to do whatever this is that she done, and now it's coming back. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. This bitch done got caught up in something. They got something on her. It's just not really telling me what it all is. But it feels like this bitch is getting ready to either be unalived or kidnapped or something. Whoever she is, she's well known though. What's love at first sight? This is a bitch that's been, this is a love bomber. And she didn't love bomb the wrong nigga. What's love at first sight in the reverse? It's your ass, Mr. Postman. She got a big ego. Got a big ego. Such a huge ego. Don't nobody love this big ego. It's too much. I'm trying to tell you. She walked like this because maybe she thought she could back it up, but I don't feel like that's going to be going on too much longer. This could be a Leo. This feminine could have Leo, Sagittarius. She could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Case of the X. That's Maya. It's after midnight and she's on the phone. What is it that she wants? Maya is also a dancer. What is it that she wants? Did she just see that brand new Benz that you just bought for me? Sure didn't have no kids. Didn't share any mutual friends. When we broke up in 96. October the 10th. Scorpio. She could be a Scorpio. October the 10th? That ain't no goddamn Scorpio. What the hell? That ain't no damn Scorpio. What the fuck am I talking about? Before Scorpio is what? Libra? Yeah. You know what's so funny is at the beginning of this reading, yeah, an air sign in the reverse. I just said that. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's a Libra. But that's so funny because I had literally just said she could be an air sign. And then I started singing Maya because of this card is Case of the X. And it comes out that she's a Libra. Yeah, okay, period. I don't know what made me say Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, I know why I said Scorpio. This bitch could be an air sign, but she has Scorpio placements. Scorpio and Sagittarius placements in her chart. Okay, because Scorpio energy deals with other people's money. In case did nobody tell you. Okay, hey Cabellos. I thought about you earlier today. It's so funny because I was in the shower. And I just so happened, you know how you always catch something at the corner of your eye and you'll be like, how the fuck did I see that shit? But let me show, hold on, I'm about to show you though, because I want you to see it, because I really did think about you earlier. And we ain't never even met, but Scorpio energy is the 8th house, but I'm going to tell you why I thought she might be a Scorpio here in a minute. Hold on. I don't even know M. Cabellos, but I thought about her while I was in the shower earlier this morning, and I was looking, I don't know what I was doing, But I was looking, I was standing in the shower, and I don't even know how I saw this word. Y'all might see this backwards because of the way that the camera is, but don't that say cabello? CABLLOS, don't that? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's made me think of you, and I was like, what? I swear, great things happen in the. I'm done. I'm so done. But yeah, I thought about you in the shower, child, of all the places. And how I saw that word, because I usually take a shower in the dark. I don't really like the lights on in the bathroom, because it's a vibe for me. And, right, it's not even a common word. How I just so happened to just turn, and my eyes fell on exactly that little bitty print. That is crazy. Damn, that is so crazy to me. And then you done popped up in the reading. And I remember when I was in the shower, I was thinking, ooh, when I see her in the reading, I'm going to make sure that I tell her that. Okay, but the reason why I said Scorpio for this feminine, even though it was Libra, but I don't know what made me say Scorpio, is because Scorpio energy deals with other people's money. That fits this feminine. This feminine is this succubus spirit is a gold digger. So I don't know if she done stole some money or swindled a bag, or is she some sort of scammer? I'm getting scammer vibes. And maybe she scammed the wrong nigga. I feel like this bitch getting ready to get snatched up. I don't know what's getting ready to happen to this hoe. Dead ass. Scorpio energy talks about like property, real estate. It's like the dark mysteries, things that, you know, other people's money, passive income, generational wealth, your inheritance, loans, assets, joint resources, merging, companies merging, entities merging. It talks about sex and intimacy and death too. But the biggest thing of Scorpio energy is about other people's property, other people's money. I talked about this last night I brought it up a little bit. I called it OPP, other people's property. I called this shit out in the Divine Feminine reading. And some of the same cards is coming out because I feel like this same succubus spirit is also attacking the Divine Feminine. For my Divine Feminines, this succubus spirit is the person that your ex is with. She getting ready to get caught up in some shit. She's some sort of a thief. Or I don't know what it is that she do. Or she's a thief or a scammer or something like that. I feel like she getting ready to get caught up. Wow. Blame it on the alcohol in the reverse. Paternity test. You know what else I'm just heard in my head? This succubus spirit, I just heard two different things. For one, this succubus spirit could be transgender. Very, very passable transgender. Okay, this could be a sex change. Okay, she could be scamming men and telling them that she's pregnant and them sending her money to get abortions. That could be a part of what this scheme is. There's some sort of scheme, Ponzi scheme here. Or this paternity test is she slipped up and got pregnant by somebody that's not this nigga that's taking care of her. And that could be the issue as well. I'm getting a couple different things. What else? A chair is still a chair, even when no one is sitting there. With the karmic masculine in the reverse and the truth. Some sort of truth is going to come out. This could be her baby daddy, or this is the man that she's dealing with, or this could possibly be a sex change that is running schemes and scams on men, and that shit getting ready to come back and bite her in the ass. And the only reason why I'm saying that this could be transgender is because I am picking up that this divine masculine could be bisexual. Maybe he got tricked by this hoe. Ooh! 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 Oh, as the plot thickens, child, it's getting worse and worse. He might have got tricked. He might be a victim. And maybe he's not bisexual at all, but the fact that he got tricked by this hoe is making him second guess his own sexuality. Because I feel like he might have really fell for her. But see, some sort of curse or hex was broke. Something here is coming out. I'm telling you, these could be other men that are outing this succubus spirit or what. Look, it's a lot going on. Okay, so flip and switch the roles and put the shit where it goes. Look at Kendra. Kendra said he did. Yeah, he could have fell for her not knowing that she wasn't what she said she was. Somebody here got tricked. And this done fucked him up. He fucked up because he don't even know what to do. He could be second guessing his own sexuality due to this situation. Or if that's not what it is, then this succubus really did break his heart. And now she's caught up in some kind of Ponzi scheme. Where I don't know if it's got something to do with her baby daddy. Or if she's, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of scheme or scam going on. It might have been. It might have been. Okay? I'm not saying that it is pleasure excursion. But, you know, don't make it fit if it don't fit. That's not going to fit everybody's story. You know what I'm saying? But it's fitting somebody's story, though, for sure. I just don't feel like that's for everybody. But that's just one of the downloads I just got. So that's one of many possibilities. Maybe I should say that. Regardless, this succubus spirit, this geisha, this entertainer, or whatever the fuck she is, she getting ready to get a rude awakening. Maybe it's her ex. Maybe this case of the ex is actually her ex. Maybe he getting ready out this bitch. Or maybe he getting ready to take his hoe out. Or whatever the fuck. Maybe this is her pimp. I don't know. I know this got something to do with money, though, because Scorpio energy is all over this. And the biggest thing that you should take away from Scorpio energy, Taurus is your money. Scorpio is other people's money. So, let's get into the tarot, honey, because I'm ready to watch a movie, eat my food, child, rub my feet together, honey. On this good old Sunday. Alright, Spirit. Damn, the poor Divine Masculine. He's going through so much right now. Like, god damn. He's dealing with his sexuality and dealing with these hoes. And it's just too much. Hey, marijuana prima donna. Period. Come on for the Scorpio Venus. You kinky, girl. Scorpio Venus got kinks. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a dancer background. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being an entertainer. But a Scorpio Venus, I don't know why I picture that person being someone that has some sort of like sexual, like, you could have been a dancer, okay? Scorpio Venus is freaking. Ooh, look, marijuana said yes. Yeah, Kendra said she was a dancer too. Most divine feminines have something in common with this succubus spirit. A lot of us are sexual energy. In fact, that's how we manifest. That's where our power lies, between our legs. And that's why I was being very upfront at the beginning of this reading about celibacy and how I feel about it and why this reading would and would not resonate. Because that's your power. That's your power right there. What's between your legs, baby? From the street dancing to the club, it ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. A lot of us divine feminines have that type of background. I was an entertainer too. Quiet as it's kept. Okay, for my divine feminines that do have sex work as a background, you need to be working with the deity Oshun. Okay, right, work with the deity Oshun. Okay, Oshun protects children and sex workers. Okay, because some of y'all ain't completely out of it. Y'all not completely out of it yet. Okay, everybody's on a different part of the journey. Some of y'all at the beginning, some of y'all during the middle, some of y'all at the end. Okay, it just depends. But work with the deity Oshun. the goddess of fertility. Especially if you are still doing sex work. I know that's right. She said, I'm by the water right now. That's right. That's Oshun. Okay, that's Oshun. I'm trying to tell you. The rivers and the streams. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, honey, go purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Okay. I'm trying to tell you. Look at you, Kendra. Okay. It must have been meant for me to say something about Oshun. But yeah, a lot of divine feminines have sex work as a background. It's something that I've noticed since I've been doing tarot. A lot of divine feminines has really, really strong sexual energy. Hey, Sammy Shoe. And a lot of times, divine feminines get pinned as being whores even when they're not. And when people fall out with you, it seems like that's the first thing they want to call you as a hoe. They judge you for because of your looks. You could be a fine mother M&F. And you get judged for it everywhere you go. Yeah, I can see that body in that frame, Kendra. Baby, yes, honey. What's the current situation here for the divine masculine spirit? What's the current situation for him? Besides the fact that he have to deal with this shit. Okay, so he's trying to figure out, the hangman Gula Jackets came out sideways. So he's having a hard time trying to figure out what to sacrifice and what not to sacrifice. But I feel like he's leaning more towards sacrificing something or someone. Okay, the Gula Jack also talks about a new perspective.
Here's what I found on the web.
What did you find on the web? Jack and Barbosa, Pirates of the Caribbean. The new perspective on Paul. Jack Whitten's Odyssey, a new perspective. That's what you get for listening. Who is this? Google? That's what you get for listening. Because you don't even know what we talking about, huh? Hold on, y'all. Let me tap it. Look at this shit this bitch can pull up. What the hell is that? She always trying to say something. Always want to be seen, honey. Let me see. Put y'all back where y'all supposed to be at. Okay, let me touch my screen. That's how I moderate y'all. Because I can't just stare. My camera's always pointed at the cards most of the time. So this is how I moderate, by using other screens. And like, I got my YouTube camera right next to my TikTok camera, but I use my iMac here to see what the hell is going on, to keep up with the time and all of that. So I actually use 5 screens. I use 5 screens when I'm doing these live readings, y'all. That's crazy. Okay, anyway. So, I feel like the divine masculine is doing whatever he need to do to stay level-headed. I feel like he's also trying to regulate his emotions. He's under attack. What is he about to sacrifice? What's Gula Jag? I don't know if this is a sacrifice or a new perspective. What is this? What's Gula Jag? The Ace of Baskets with the 6 of Coins in the reverse. Okay, so this is about sacrifice. Who to let go of, who to release. Water off a duck's back. That's what I'm hearing. So I feel like even though this divine masculine is frustrated that every time he's being honest with bitches that they either ghost him or try to use him, I feel like he's also strengthening. He ain't giving up nothing. 6 of Coins in the reverse. These hoes ain't getting shit. He's standing in his power. He's emotionally balanced. This is emotional balance. He's going through it, but I also feel like he's strong too. Strong-willed. This masculine could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in his chart. He could be a water sign, or he has heavy water signs in the chart, or whatever I just said. Bottom of the deck here is, yeah, 4 of Knives. He's taking it easy. Chilling. Well, this is the thing, though. This is the thing, pleasure, excursion, travel is, there's a difference between a divine masculine and a karmic masculine. A karmic masculine will hide things from you. A karmic masculine will be bisexual. Hell, he'll even be gay. And he will never tell you that. But a divine masculine does not operate that way. A divine masculine is going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, because he knows who he is. He knows what he has to offer. So a man who's hiding his sexuality from you is not a divine masculine. This particular divine masculine that we're talking about, I don't know if he's struggling with his sexuality or not. It did come out. It did come out. However, I don't think that he's the type to hide it. I feel like his struggle with his sexuality comes from the fact that he is being honest. And bitches is still walking away from him because they're superficial and materialistic, or they just want to use him. But I feel like he's privy. He's privy to the bullshit, and he ain't giving up nothing. He ain't giving up no money. He done learned his lesson from whoever this succubus spirit is. So any other bitch that want to come in his energy and play games and act shallow, he got something for that ass, and it's probably going to be a block, a walk away. He just not going to fuck with it. Because this divine masculine know what it is that he wants, period. This divine masculine gonna come and say, I am bisexual. Is that a problem for you? And for some of y'all, this ain't about this. This doesn't necessarily mean that your divine masculine is bisexual. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that he's ever slept with a man. Okay? But it just could mean that he is struggling with his sexuality. This could be something from his own childhood. We don't know that. We don't know anything about this divine masculine. I have not pulled no cards on him because I don't feel like there's a reason to be. He wants intimacy and his heart is open. That's all that matters. So what if he let you do some things to him, then what? I mean, girl, you gotta have boundaries, child. Okay? You know, not everybody get ready. You know, if this man is into some stuff that makes you uncomfortable, you need to speak up and you need to say that. Like I said, I really don't feel like this man's struggle has something to do with, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's divine masculine is not bisexual. Everybody's divine masculine is not dealing with a sexuality issue. But like I said, this succubus spirit, for some of y'all, this succubus was a sex change or a transgender that tricked him. And he may have never even slept with this bitch. He might have took her out, spent some money on her. He was doing what men are supposed to do. But he got tricked. And now he's questioning his own sexuality. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful because we really don't know the truth about this divine masculine. But what you need to, the only thing that you need to know is that he's loyal and he's honest. So whatever he's honest with you about, either you're going to accept it or you're not. And that's your choice. 7:07 on the clock. What I will say is, a man can tell you that he's bisexual and you can run from him and still end up with a bisexual man that's not telling you that he's bisexual. 828 in the top right hand corner. Okay, who is that right there? Because I need to make sure I keep correcting y'all. Tammy, this is a divine masculine reading, babe. And I understand that there may have been a karmic masculine in your life that lied to you about his sexuality. We are not talking about a karmic masculine. This reading is not for a karmic masculine. This reading is for a divine masculine. A divine masculine is going to be honest with you, whether you like it or not. So if you were dealing with a man who was on the down low, he didn't tell you, and it was toxic, that is not a divine masculine. That's not who we talking about. We talking about something completely different. A lot of y'all get the divine masculine confused with the karmic masculine, and I don't even know how that's possible. Some of y'all don't know the difference, and that's scary. Okay, so I never said that he wasn't honest. I don't know where that came from. I never once said in this reading that this divine masculine wasn't honest. Now, if there is a man in your life that you think or you perceive as a divine masculine and he lied to you, then girl, that's not a divine masculine. Why are we talking about him? A divine masculine is going to tell you the truth. He don't have nothing to lose. And the truth of the matter is that a lot of these men don't tell y'all. A lot of y'all baby daddies is gay and you don't know it. No, they're not. No, they not. I'm not understanding what you mean, Tammy. How many of y'all been running away from a gay man or been praying to the God that you never end up with somebody on the down low and you ended up with somebody on the down low? I'm just saying. Think about that shit. And it's possible, Kendra. It's very possible. But the truth of the matter is that when these men, like this divine masculine, when he tells you the truth, y'all know what y'all do? Run. Oh, he said he bisexual, girl. I ain't with that. Girl. He like, I don't want to. And that's fine. You can choose to feel that way. That's perfectly okay. But a lot of y'all run away from these men that's honest with you and run right back into what you're running away from. Except the next motherfucker gonna dog you. A divine masculine is not going to lie to you. He's not going to keep secrets from you. He's not going to have other people that he's sleeping with, period. There's not going to be another man or another woman, period. The divine masculine does not operate that way. The divine masculine operates exactly the way as the divine feminine does. They hold back until they find the person that they think is the person. They open up to that person until that person shows them that they're not the person. When that person shows them that they're not the person, they pack up their shit and they're out of there. That's how it works with the divine beings, period. So I'm so sorry that somebody confused you about a divine masculine and told you that, no, that ain't no divine masculine. Ain't no divine masculine gonna be sleeping with you and not tell you the truth. That's not gonna happen, babe. I'm sorry. But it looked like she walked up out of here anyway, and good, because I don't feel like arguing with no hoe. She was getting ready to get blocked. So what's the challenge here for the divine masculine? I'm not confused. Tammy, goodbye, girl. Good night, babe. If you know so much, go start your own channel, baby. All right. Moving on. What's the challenge here for this divine masculine? I ain't getting ready to set up an argument, bitch. But you believe what you want to believe. The 5 of Sticks, Leo, Saturn. This group of people here, it's like there's forces working against this divine masculine. This divine masculine does want to be in love. His heart is open. I just feel like every time he's honest with somebody, they play in his face. They play in his face. Then when he end up with, you feel me? When he end up with Susie or Aiko, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because one man's trash is another man's treasure. One woman's trash is another woman's treasure. I'm just telling you, if a man is bold enough to come and tell you the truth and you still walk away from him, that's on you. You deserve to be alone. Yeah, girl, if he did you like that, wish his ass the best and send him on his way. If he lied and didn't tell you the truth, or if you suspect that he's on the down low, you need to confront him. And if you're scared to confront him, then let that ass go. Let him go. That is very, very harsh way for me to tell you, but I don't know how to tell you in a softer way. I don't know how to tell you. What I do know is that there are a lot of gay men that are granddaddies right now in relationships with women that do not know. Can a gay man be faithful to a woman? Absolutely, he can. He chooses to. People been doing it. It's the fact that now men need to be able to be honest about that shit, though. It needs to be a space available for people to be honest, male or female, for you to come forward and say, I'm a good person, but my ex gave me herpes. Or I'm a good person, but my ex, like, there's plenty of women that's out here dealing with STDs. Let's keep it real. Would you want to, you be honest with a motherfucker? You finally tell a motherfucker the truth? You open up your heart, you tell somebody the truth, and they walk away from you? Come on now, bro. Sis? The fuck? Don't you want somebody to accept you for who you are, but you don't want to accept motherfuckers for who they are? I'm just saying, this is a two-way street, bro. You can't have it both ways. I'm not saying that you should take a man that's gay. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is who you want and who God has for you could be completely different people. I bet you thought that God brought you the last motherfucker that did you wrong. I'm just saying. Probably thought that was heaven sent until it wasn't. We have to release our fears. We have to release our egos. We have to be alone long enough to know our own energy, so that we don't miss a good one when they come. There are demonic entities out here that are trying very hard to keep the divine feminine and the divine masculine away from each other. And there's all this mumbo jumbo, superficial, materialistic shit in between that also keeps us from being with each other. There's girls on here that's plus size, BBWs, and you get treated funny just because you're a BBW. Men don't want to take you home because you done ate 3 goddamn Big Macs back to back. You was hungry. That don't mean you don't deserve love. Should a man walk away from you because you fat today? I mean, he can. He might not necessarily be attracted to big girls, but ain't that so superficial? Ain't that shallow? You know how many good women are fat and lonely? You know how many karmic, rotten, disgusting, succubus, geisha ass energies got a man? You don't feel no kind of way about that? What's the recent past? What had happened, child? This reading is really strange, y'all. I can't even lie. Like, the energy is really strange. Look, Libra Moon, this came out in the exact same spot. I feel like for the divine feminine, an opposing view. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are mirroring each other. You and your masculine could actually already know each other. Are y'all in each other's energy? This masculine may already be around you. See what I'm saying? You don't see him. Everybody's struggling with something. There ain't no perfect person around out here in these streets. There's mirroring energy here. The divine feminine reading is mirroring the divine masculine reading. You may already be around your person and you can't see them because of superficiality and materialism. Not saying that your person is bisexual, but he might not be your type. Some of y'all keep dating the same motherfucker over and over again. Every relationship is the same nigga. Date outside the box. Y'all could be different nationalities, come from different places. Y'all could be, I don't know, this person could have, you could have moved to a new city and there he is, or he could have moved to your city and there he is, or however the fuck this is. Like, I feel like you and your person are already around each other. Y'all just can't see each other, and there's a reason for that. Kendra said, yep, he's mixed with white. I'm just saying, y'all, this is some sort of an opposing opposing idea here with the 5 of Sticks. It's clarifying this 5 of Sticks, which is the challenge. This group of hateful people that is sending false lovers to the divine masculine. This is all these bitches that just want to use him for his money. You know what's so crazy though? These bitches don't give a fuck if he's bisexual. This man got money. He do this, he do that. They don't give a fuck. They'll marry this man in a heartbeat and spend all his goddamn money. And you'll be sitting there for the next 40 years looking silly. Where's my divine masculine, girl? You didn't do the work to meet him. I'm just saying, they don't got no problem fucking him. That's all I'm saying. They don't got no problem with it. A loyal man is a loyal man. So what if he's bisexual? He ain't gonna sleep with no man while he with you. Why are you worried about something that ain't even happened? Well, it could happen. Okay, well, girl, be single. These bitches don't got no problem with it at all. They'll fuck him over and over and over again. What is the future here? Sure will. I don't know. Wake up call, ladies. I didn't know if you knew it or not, but this is a man's world. Men never go with that. I'm telling you, this is something that I know for a fact. A man will never really go without a counterpart. No, a man who is single in today's day and time is single by choice. Men can have it any way they want it. I'm telling you, even the ugliest, fattest motherfucker can get a bad bitch if he got enough money in his bank account. But you can't do that. You can't do that. You can sit up here and let these good years go to waste if you want to. It ain't gonna bother him none. This man gonna end up with a bitch. It just won't be you. Somebody gonna get that check. It just ain't gonna be you. I don't care if he get dogged for the rest of his days. You gonna be by yourself more than likely. Because that's just the way of the world. This is a man's world. We know how this shit go. Men can get hoes at 80 years old. Do you think you're gonna be able to pull a nigga at 80? No. You're barely going to be able to do it at 50. Some of us is barely breathing at 40. I'm just saying. Because most of these men want something younger. And you sitting up out here saying, I don't want to deal with no man who's bisexual. I mean, I understand that he probably going to be faithful. But I don't want, I'm going to just wait. I'm going to wait until the grave. And that's fine. I'm not telling you to put up with something that you shouldn't put up with. What I'm saying is understand the consequences and the repercussions. Positive or negative. Shit, I'm 43. You know how hard it is for me to find a man? When they looking at all these little young thoughts running around out here? You think this man gonna continue to keep being walked away from and disrespected? All because he's being honest? How long you think he gonna put up with that shit? Kendra, I'm just saying. I'm being real because I'm sorry, but it's just like I have to be this kind of raw and uncut because that's how I was raised. I was a foster kid. Didn't shit come easy for me. I tell it like I see it. I call it how it is. And sometimes it be too much, but at least I done told your ass the truth. I ain't hold back. I ain't sugarcoat. What's the future? I feel like it's not that these divine masculines are shallow. I feel like women are. Women are denying the divine masculine because I feel like what this reading today has showed me is that women are confused as to what a divine masculine and a divine feminine is. They keep saying, he ain't no divine masculine because he did this. Well, bitch, if he did that, he ain't no divine masculine. The fuck? Now, how that sound? A divine masculine ain't gonna ghost you. He ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't gonna break up with you and go be with somebody else and then come back. And that ain't how divine masculine. Nothing divine operates that way. What's the future here? This reading is getting on my nerves. The Father of Sticks in the reverse. Yikes, Kendra. Have you and him ever had a conversation about being down low or about how, have you ever made a comment that could have made him feel uncomfortable with wanting to be open with you? Because sometimes we say things, we put our own foot in our mouths. But even still, if he's really your divine masculine though, one thing I know, two things for certain. If he really is your divine masculine, he ain't gonna be gone forever. It's just the one thing I know about divine masculines is that they are not toxic. So if y'all took some time apart, but it wasn't toxic, like it didn't end bad, give him his space. Okay, well, if he let you do a thing to him that doesn't make him gay or bisexual, I don't know. I mean, hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Can I tell y'all a secret? Can I tell y'all a little secret? Cause I don't know where old girl went. I don't know if she's still in here. The one I was like, you might have been a stripper. I think that's her sitting up there in my number 2 spot. But I think that's her in my number 2 spot. But anyway. I'm not gonna say that I toss salads regularly, okay? Okay, she here, that's what I thought. I'm not gonna say I regularly toss salads. However, sometimes if he's light skinned and he not hairy, I get the foaming at the mouth. I ain't lying. I get the foaming a little bit. I'll be like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm freaky though. Marijuana, I know you a Scorpio Venus. I know you understand me. Some of y'all need to let a little y'all freak out and stop being so goddamn scared. Just because a man want his booty ate, he might even want a finger put in there. I'm going to keep it real. Because we all know that the male G-spot is in his asshole. It's not gay unless it's with another man. If he's doing it with you, that's not gay. He wants you to pleasure him. If that makes you uncomfortable, speak up. And, you know, you might have to walk away from him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all not a match. Don't do nothing that you're uncomfortable with. But there's a part of me that wants to say, release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can do it for you. Only you can let it in. This is supposed to be a divine masculine reading. Ain't nothing but a bunch of bitches in here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna lie. There has been times where a man may have asked me to play around down there, and I ain't gonna lie, it did make me feel uncomfortable. Because it was like, I was gonna go down there anyway, but the fact that you asked me kind of bothers me a little bit. 727 on the clock. 727 on the clock, child. I'm just saying, child. So I don't know. To each their own. I can't make you like something that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga wants you to play with his ass and that made you feel uncomfortable, then you need to kick that nigga to the curb. Period. You know, but you know, I feel like it ain't gay unless it's with a man. Now, if he wants you to put on a strap on and peg him, now that's something completely different. But like I said, there might be somebody in here that is actually into that. I know some women that turns them on to peg a man in the ass. So, to each their own. You know, I'm not going to tell you how to have relations. I'm just going to say if something makes you feel comfortable, you need to make sure that you're communicating that and then go from there. He might have been, I'm telling you, a lot of these men be wanting their groceries ate. But not everybody worthy of getting them groceries ate. I'm telling you, it's something that comes over me it's not something I can even plan, to be honest. I don't know what that's about. It's something about when I'm down there choking that chicken, and it's like my mind kind of wanders, and it's like it happens in that moment. But I don't know how I feel about it if a man asks me to do it. I don't know how I feel about it. I ain't gonna lie. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I'll be scared. I'll be scared. I know. I don't know. It's like, damn, if a nigga asks you to do it, then you almost don't even want to do it. It's something about the suspense or the mystery of doing it just to see what his reaction is going to be. That's very shallow thinking. Don't be like me, y'all. Don't be like me. But I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real about things that most people don't keep it real about. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just me. I'm raw and uncut. But I'm just saying, like, you know, every booty ain't worth eating. I'm just saying, just like every coochie ain't worth licking. I done did both. And there's some coochies that I was like, mm-mm. And then there was some coochies where I was like, that is the prettiest puss I have ever seen in my life. My mouth is watering. Okay? Some dicks you see, and you be like, ew, the fuck? And then some you be like, oh my God. Woo. Okay? So, you know. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with a man wanting his groceries ate. I think it's more about, do you feel like his groceries is worth eating? Okay, type shit. What's in the conscious? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm dealing with this father of 6 in the future. Who is this? Because I know this ain't this masculine. Who's this father of 6? The daughter of coins. This is that spirit. What's the father of 6 in the reverse with the daughter of coins? Girl, I ain't gonna lie, girl. I like them high yellow. I don't know what that's about. And it's so weird because in my younger years, all I dated was dark men. Like in my 20s, I was like, if it ain't chocolate, if it ain't as black as this black on this table, I do not want it. And I used to be gone off of dark-skinned boys, but I always got dogged by dark-skinned dudes. Every time they always would break my heart. They always would ghost me. It was always games. And then I don't know what happened. I guess I started to mature. And in my 30s, all of a sudden it just seemed like none but light skins was getting at me. And I used to never be with that shit. And then it just went from there. I don't know what else I was getting ready to say. My mind started wandering. This reading is a mess. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I'm gonna post this on my YouTube channel for real, because this reading is really a mess. Daughter of coins, the father of 6. Somebody here is planning something. This father of 6 is this feminine. She could, like I said, either be an air sign. She could also be a fire sign. Leo, heavy Leo. It's like she's trying to figure out some sort of new plan. This is a scheming ass bitch. Oh shit, yeah, because I'm seeing here something about it said mom here, and I was picking up that this could be his baby's mother. She is showing up as an air sign or an air sign or a fire sign. But like I said, it's heavy Leo energy out here, so that could be it. But it's gonna be different for every single person. It's like she's planning, plotting to. It's something here about being impulsive or demanding. The daughter, she's planning on doing something here. And I feel like whatever this is that she's planning on doing is how she can get caught up with whatever this shit is over here. With this Jason and Michelangelo energy and the culprit, with always on her back, whatever this is somebody moving with haste, trying to do something quickly, but it's rotten. What's the father of 6 in the reverse with the daughter of coins? The daughter of sticks. Woo-wee. I don't know. This bitch is coming up with some sort of new plan, but whatever this plan is, it's going to land her in a world of trouble. And when it does, it's going to release him. So, oh well. Okay, so then what's this bitch thinking about? What's in the conscious? Actually, that ain't even what I really even care about. What's in this masculine's conscious? We see what's getting ready to go on here. So he obviously ain't getting ready to be dealing with her ass. What's in the conscious? What's he thinking about? The Ace of Knives. Ooh. Maybe he the one that's going to out her. The Ace of Knives. It's some sort of truth that's coming out. I don't know if he's the one that's speaking the truth or this truth is going to come to him after whatever it is that whatever this next scheme or plot or Ponzi scheme that she's up to, whatever this scam thing is, after she get took down. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to do. What's this Ace of Knives about? At the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Baskets. Oh, he's going to be free. So something getting ready to happen to her. I keep picking up on like a kidnapping. okay, or unaliving, or like, I don't know, something like backfiring on social media. This succubus geisha energy does have some sort of TikTok presence or social media presence. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I am picking up that she's very beautiful. Probably gives a lot of sexual energy. She could also work in the sex industry. This masculine could be attracted to feminines that are in the sex industry. All of us have a past. What is in the conscious? Like I said, don't put up with nothing that you don't want to put up with. But I'm also saying just don't be shallow. Okay? Work with a nigga. You feel me? What's in the subconscious? The Ace of Sticks in the reverse. Yeah, no dick for whoever. Maybe this masculine is choosing to be celibate. He's choosing to hold back. It's so funny because I said the same thing for the Divine Feminines last night. Yeah, the 10 of Nines. He feels betrayed. He feels like it ain't no bitches out here worthy. And instead of going and sticking his dick in somebody else, he's just choosing to hold back, which is Divine Masculine energy. He feel like ain't none of these hoes worth it. Look, 5 of Knives in the reverse. He's choosing to heal. Choosing to stay solid. That's a Divine Masculine. That's what they do. They don't lie. They don't hold back. They're not toxic. I don't blame him. I feel like this masculine is choosing to be celibate, which is weird because I said that it's like I said, this energy is mimicking the Divine Feminine reading. And like I said, for the Divine Feminine, I would focus on myself for the remainder of the year. Okay, and if you have had sex within the last 6 months, you probably don't want to have sex for the rest of the year. Especially if you're not used to practicing celibacy, or what I like to call intermittent abstinence. And I know don't nobody want to hear that, but that's the truth. You'll never know what it's like to be in your own energy if you're always sharing your energy. You need at least 6 months of no sex to even know what your own feelings are, to know what your own emotions are, to know what your own baggage is. If you've been sexually active within the last 6 months, you are carrying other people's emotions. And I took him back. It's been 1.5 years, and he said he is faithful. Girl, I don't believe that. If he cheat once, he'll cheat again. You might want to let his ass go, but I can see that you probably don't want to. But a man that cheats on you is not a Divine Masculine. Divine Masculines don't cheat, babe. Divine Masculines are looking for wives. The same way that you're looking for a husband, a Divine Masculine is looking for a wife. And as quiet as it's kept, Divine Masculines do hold back. They do. It probably seems like all these men is out here doing this and all these men is out here doing that. No, that's just the men that you meet. That doesn't mean all men. So you need to change your perspective about the type of men that you like. Some of y'all need to date outside your race. Or you need to date something that's completely different than what you dated before. If you're into bad boys, if you're into the sagging jeans and the boom boom doom doom car and all that, you need to find you a square ass nigga. Somebody that's gonna slow your ass down and put a ring on your finger. Yeah, but if he wants to get married and cheating, I don't know. Like me, I don't know. Do what's in your heart, Kendra. But me personally, if a man cheats on me, you don't get another opportunity. Ever. Unless we're going to go to therapy or counseling. If he's willing to go to therapy or counseling, I don't know. And sometimes if a person cheats, it doesn't make them a horrible person. But I kind of feel like therapy needs to be, you know what I'm saying? If you're cheating, we need to go to therapy. You know? Because I ain't going to lie. A man cheat on me, I'm out. Now, with my husband was cheating on me, y'all. Actually, I didn't find out until we ended, actually. But there were times in our relationship where we broke up and we separated and then he would go fuck other bitches. I never actually thought that he was cheating on me, though. I always thought that he staged breakups so that he could go cheat. Well, technically, I mean, it is cheating, but it ain't But I was okay with it being like that. But then I later found out that he really was fucking bitches in the house, though. There's a lot more going on than what I knew. Fucking bitches and niggas in the house. Oops, did I say that? But it's true. My ex. So, what's the advice here for the Divine Masculine? I kind of feel like this, I don't know if I'm going to name this Divine Masculine. I don't know, because I kind of feel like this conversation has been all about us women. But Father Sims in a reverse Temperance. So the advice is that, yeah, exactly. He ain't giving up no more dick. He's choosing not to go back into a toxic cycle. That's what a Divine Masculine is. A Divine Masculine is not out here sharing his dick with everybody. He's not. He's not. What's Father Sims in the reverse? The Son of Knives in the reverse. Gemini. Ooh, this reading is very interesting, child. I don't even know how to take it, for real, for real. This talks about impatience. Oh, okay, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Loss of focus, being unpredictable. I feel like this masculine is saying no to that. I feel like certain things don't turn this masculine on no more neither. This is, honestly, what this giving me is a man that is fed up with being nice, fed up with being honest, fed up with telling the truth, because I feel like it's not getting him nowhere. My heart goes out to whoever this Divine Masculine is. Like, dead ass. My advice to all Divine Masculines that do, I am going to post this video, and hopefully you do make it this far in the reading. But because you a bad motherfucker if you do, you a pro, you a champ, you really ready to heal if you made it this far in the reading at an hour and 51 minutes. But, and this is probably the part of the reading that I'm actually going to turn into a reel, because I feel like the Divine Masculine is fed up with bitches being basic, with bitches being shallow, with bitches being materialistic, and it's giving that he's shutting down completely. Instead of just going out here and becoming the bad guy, he's just going to completely remove himself from the dating pool. That's what's happening. He's going to completely remove himself from the dating pool. What's the outside influence? The Four of Coins. Yeah, security. Security. He's holding back. This masculine actually might be getting, so I don't know. I do feel like you and your Divine Masculine might be in the same area. If he disappears, it's because he don't want to be bothered. And I don't feel like it's because he's with other bitches. I feel like if this is indeed a true Divine Masculine, he is by himself somewhere doing something by himself. Like, he don't want to be bothered. He don't trust the dating pool no more than you do. Hey, pretty black. He don't trust the dating pool no more than you do. He's holding back. Wow, this is crazy. Like, this is giving me like I'm doing everything that I know I'm supposed to do. It's like I'm hearing the Divine Masculine's thoughts. He has clarity. The Ace of Knives is in his thoughts. He has clarity. He knows what he wants. And I'm hearing him say, I've done everything that I know that I'm supposed to do. And these women still ain't really fucking with me. So he's pulling back. He don't want to be bothered. He feel like the dating pool got some pee and some doo-doo in it too. So this man, this Divine Masculine might actually be getting ready to go offline. Which means the Divine Feminine has to continue to keep working on herself. Because one thing is, two things that I know. Women control sex and men control relationships. And this man, this Divine Masculine, he's getting ready to take hiatus. I feel like his feelings is hurt, for real, for real. What is the Ancestors in the reverse? Yeah, okay. Death card in the reverse is the hopes and fears that he don't know when he might come back out on the market. I feel like this man got a bitter taste in his mouth. And I feel like for good reason. Could be depression. He could be depressed. Losing faith. Might even be slipping into some old habits. He could be smoking weed or drinking again. Or that's the fear. This is the hopes and fears section. So the fear is that he might go back to some old ways. Because it's like nowadays I feel like the bad guy wins. I ain't gonna lie, like even for myself as a divine feminine, dating for me has been hard. I keep running into superficial, low vibrational men who are intimidated by my success, intimidated by the fact that I've invested into myself and that I live in the neighborhood that I live, that I drive the kind of car that I drive, that I have my shit together. And I'm telling you, men are intimidated by they walk away from me. I'm telling you, I'm equally as frustrated. I got my shit together and I still can't get a man. Because all they see is these few extra pounds that I done put on because I'm going through shit. I just came out of divorce. I packed on about 40 pounds through my divorce. Nowadays, men want you to be right, tight, curving, all that. And it's like, I ain't got around to that yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but I got I'm faithful, I'm loyal, I'm a good woman. That ain't enough. I'm also going on a hiatus. I'm telling you. I done shut down all my little, you digs, everybody. Nikki Bay. Girl, you know what? I have been with a woman before. Let me try to tell you. Okay. I ain't scared. I ain't scared, honey. What is the possible outcome? I ain't scared. Okay. My divine masculine could be another woman. Okay, period. I ain't scared. Okay, I used to date a girl, but me and her used to get into it all the time. It was like having two divas in the house. And she was a stud. 8 of Knives in the reverse. This is somebody that's choosing to self-isolate. They're choosing to be alone. 8 of Knives in the reverse also talks about forward movement. Okay? I feel like this masculine, I just feel like he might be taking time to himself. Like, I feel like this dating thing has been a whirlwind. He's focused, forward movement, but I feel like this is focused. This masculine is pulling back from sex because he's focused on something else. What is he focused on? The 8 of Sticks in the reverse. Some sort of negativity here with them bones in the reverse. There's something, I'm hearing muddy waters. What is muddy waters? What's the 8 of Knives in the reverse? Big Mama, Leo. Focused on his health, his vitality. This masculine could be going on some sort of diet regimen, or he could be going back into the gym or something like that. Focusing on his health, his vitality. He's focusing on him. He don't want to deal with nobody right now. Because I feel like he getting played out here. And I don't blame him. And Divine Feminine, I feel like definitely go watch my Divine Feminine reading, but it's going to pretty much stay the same. Like, for the rest of the year, you might want to try to practice celibacy. Okay, nobody is perfect. Nikki says she'll be in my inbox shortly. Okay. We can talk because I'm available. All right. Yeah, I kind of feel like this masculine is pulling back. And I kind of feel like the Divine Feminine should too. So just so you know, Nikki, I ain't getting ready to be you dig. I ain't gonna be ready to be doing all of that. Just so you know. Overall, I do hope that these messages were helpful. If they were, please send stars, super thanks, super chats. It absolutely does help out my platform. Like, share, comment, and go ahead and hit that follow or subscribe button for you, girl. And I'll see you on the other side.